How's it going, everyone? This is Ben from Nolan TCG, and I always get asked the question, Ben, where do you buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards from? So I figured I'd take the time to make a video today on the best places to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards in Australia. So before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do have tournament footage going up weekly, as well as we have our deck challenge series, and some Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh product openings. But let's get on into it. So we're going to break everything down into two segments today. We're going to do a segment on singles and where to buy them, and a segment on sealed as well. Timestamps will be in the description if you want to just skip ahead to the section that you want to go with. Also, discount codes for any of the sites we use will be down there as well. I will also start off today by saying that in cases where you can go to locals and have a locals that does have the stuff you're looking for, be it singles or booster boxes and product and stuff like that, it may be slightly more expensive than it is to buy them online, but, well, that little bit of money goes to keeping the lights on at your local store. If you want a place to play trading card games in general, that's kind of what keeps it in business. Tournament money normally goes back in prizing and stuff like that, so anything you can do, be it $1 extra on a single or $10 on a booster box, always just, talk to your store first, and, if they're gonna rip you off, then obviously go online, but if you're gonna pre-order a product, have a chat to them well in advance. Odds on they will normally do a discounted price on booster boxes and stuff like that for pre-orders. So always ask first before you go online and start trying to buy other stuff. So firstly, we're off with singles. Singles in Australia can often be difficult to find, as we don't have a massive place like TCG Player or stuff to just give us access to a mass amount of sellers at one time, where they all have to compete with prices and stuff, apart from eBay. But eBay, you can kind of get stuff way over what market price should be on a card. You'll find things that are dirt cheap, like this for example, where it's just way over what it should be costing. However, eBay is sometimes a good place to find stuff that's older or out of print. You'll find that the prices are still a little bit higher than what you should be paying, but it's pretty difficult to find old cards in Australia. So unfortunately, that's just the best way to go for older things. Of course, international postage is always an option. You can get stuff cheaper that way on older products, but you do get charged the 10% above what the list price is, so you just got to factor that in when you're doing maths on stuff. Next up, we have our first storefront, which is Nikijo Collectibles. So they specialize in Yu-Gi-Oh singles mainly from recent sets, but they are starting to build an older back catalog, which is pretty good. They normally do really good prices on pre-sales as well as new releases, and they'll often be the cheapest place that you'll find stuff around for on new stuff that's just come out. They have also offered a discount code for viewers of today's video, so if you do want to jump on there and pick up products, it's 5% off with code NOLAN5. That'll be down in the description, also should be popping up above the screen right now. But yeah, if you're heading over there, use that code, you'll get 5% off, and they have just started to list their new stuff for Duel Devastator and stuff like that, so always check that out. They're constantly updating their website and refreshing cards that are in stock and everything, so always keep an eye out. The shipping isn't too expensive, so their standard starts at about $1 and works up based on whether or not you're getting tracked or express, but it also does have free shipping if you're spending certain amounts, so check that out. International shipping is also available, but we're here for a try, aren't we? Something else to keep in mind with them is that they are based in Adelaide, so shipping to the eastern seaboard can take a little bit of time, so if you're ordering from Sydney, you do have to factor that in. I found that even with express postage, sometimes it's not next day or even 2 days, because sometimes it just kind of is very slow for Australia Post to come from Adelaide. One last reason why I do shop from them is that they also have Afterpay and ZipPay available, so if you are looking at expensive cards, I got my Appaloosa this way for example, you can just Afterpay it and pay it off. So next up we have Chaotic Factory. So Chaotic Factory is based out of Victoria. So they do have a slightly faster postage speed for stuff coming up to the eastern seaboard. They do offer singles at a very competitive price most of the time, and actually have quite an extensive back catalogue. So I'm often surprised when I'm looking for older stuff. I can sometimes find it here and not too expensive as well. So Chaotic Factory do offer a first time shoppers discount code, so that'll pop up normally when you are shopping around on the website, but if you are returning or want an extended discount code you can use most of the time, that'll appear up the top of the screen right now, as well as that'll be down in the description along with a link to the website. So Chaotic do also have a buy list available on their website that you can check out. It's pretty hard to find on mobile, but you can find it pretty quickly on desktop. They do offer some decent prices on stuff. You can also get store credit, which will bump it up a little bit more. So they do also have a rewards program that will give you like a small amount back in credit back on everything that you spend. So it always is good if you're like coming back and you find like, oh, I have $1 credit of something, or like just little bits here and there that you can just pick up cheap stuff with or cover your postage costs. Speaking of postage costs, their postage isn't too bad. I believe it starts around about $1.50 for just your standard singles and goes up depending on like what kind of service that you want. They also do offer like free postage and stuff if you do order a certain amount of singles. Again, another great reason why I shop from them as well is that they do have Afterpay and ZipPay available if you're paying off those expensive cards. Last up for the singles, if you are trying to find like specific stuff, you can always check out Facebook groups and stuff. They are a great way to find specific cards. Always be careful when you're shopping on there just to get references for people that you don't know. And normally I would pay with PayPal. Good Games also has a pretty decent back catalogue, well at least they used to. They have recently updated their storefront, so hopefully the older stuff will start to show back up on here, but they're mainly starting to focus on like newer releases. With the Good Games network as well, if you are ordering stuff through their website, you can get them delivered to your local Good Games if you're ordering over $5 free of charge. Can be a little slow from time to time because it just comes in with the store orders, but it is a great way to go. You can also like order them directly through your local Good Games store if they have them available on the website. Now we are on to sealed. So again, I will start this off by saying always go with your locals if you can for sealed product. It's often not too much more expensive, so always ask before you're going to do it. Normally a little bit of time in advance so that you can like pre-order and stuff. But yeah, always ask your locals first. So first up on our sealed stores is Cherry Collectibles. So I used to shop from Cherry quite a lot. They do offer a first time shopper discount code, so I think I may have that one coming up on top of the screen if I can find it. If not, I'm sure you'll find it when you're on their website. So Cherry is normally the cheapest in most circumstances on a lot of sealed stuff. I sometimes pick up stuff from like side sets and things from them just because like I can wait a little bit for side set stuff to come. I mainly order like my main sets either from like a local store or from our next up place, but they are pretty good on like side sets, and they do also offer a couple of good sales. They do also have a new rewards program. I haven't gotten super into it in like trying to figure out how it works and like what happens, but it is there if you are like a returning customer and everything. Again, I guess this is the big theme of today. They do also offer Afterpay and ZipPay available on all of their stuff, so if you do want to pay off booster boxes and stuff, it is a way to go. They do also have pretty competitive postage prices. I have found from time to time it can be erratic on like how quickly stuff comes. It's not up to them normally, it's like an Australia Post thing. You order stuff and it just doesn't quite get picked up on the right days and everything. But so next up we do have Chaotic Factory, which is another great place to buy a sealed product from. They've been much improved over the past year or so about their sealed product and everything. Their prices have become very, very competitive. They also normally ship out really, really quickly. So like up in Sydney, I'll order a standard postage, it normally comes 2 days later. Which if I order like a new release product, it's normally like the day after it comes out. Again, they do have Afterpay and ZipPay available, so you can pay off your booster boxes, so that's always a great choice. Now I haven't quite figured out a discount code that works for sealed product with their website, but I'm sure they'll have one popping up from time to time, so always check it out. So again, as I mentioned earlier, their postage is pretty cheap, and their standard shipping service is not too bad to come up to Sydney and stuff, so yeah, that'll wrap us up for today. So if anyone has any recommendations they have, pop those down in the comments down below, along with any discount codes that you have for them. But we may do an update to this video in the future if anyone comments any great places, or if anyone wants to see a specific place. So, and as always, remember to subscribe, and have a good afternoon, everyone.